The biggest fact of life, the biggest fact of life that you all need to understand is that somebody won with the same situation that you're complaining about. Bitch! All I see is a bunch of people misusing their energy, misusing their time, and operating from so much fear because I watch them. I know that you got the answers within you. If you used to be a dumb drunk bitch and quit, you got the answer. If you used to be a fat slob lazy fuck and you turned it around, guess what you have? The answer. There's so many areas that you guys aren't placing the correct value on. Life value. Giving someone their life back. How we can go from such low frequency negative emotions to high frequency positive emotions in a matter of moments is the most powerful thing you can ever teach anyone. The most powerful thing you can ever teach anyone is that your perception of the world is a reflection of you. Being responsible to your internal state is the goal. And if you look in the mirror and you didn't do the work, then you're not going to see anything correctly because the work instills the worth. The worth inside you is what shines outside to everybody else. You're projecting. If you're ugly inside, you cannot affect people in a positive way outside. We can only gift externally that which we've cultivated internally. You can only gift love at the exchange at which you have it for self. You can only be grateful for life in the exchange at which you've lived life in a grateful manner. And gratitude is action. Further than that, I've proven that gratitude is results. Because a lot of people engage in direct action daily. In all reality, being busy is the greatest form of laziness. All you motherfuckers are busy. I watch you guys all day, busy as fuck. But not creating that life you're grateful for. Do you realize that when I was in prison, I couldn't like any of the moments, but I chose to love the fact that I can endure any moment. That's what you guys are mostly going through. Most of you guys are going through that phase of life where you don't particularly like what you do. This is where you shape your perception of what matters. You don't have to like it. You have to learn to love that you're alive and you have the strength inside you to endure whatever is at your doorstep. That's what you're learning right now. If you don't learn to love the fucking adversity in front of you, if you don't learn to love the moments that are not ideal, you will never be able to love the moments that are, because you will have habitually constructed someone who has a pessimistic outlook on everything. This is what happens to people. It's habitual construction, neurological pathways that are created through habitual acts, thoughts, actions, energy that we're continually creating that make up our processes. And if you guys don't realize this, you'll continually struck the adverse side of what you want to be. So naturally, I'm a really angry, agitated addict. That's what I am. But are those really negatives? Because if I choose, in the moments that I'm desiring anything that I've been addicted to in the past, if I choose to say no, that's building strength through restraint. If anger starts to build in me and I choose love, that's awareness to my internal state. If you're aware of what's going on with you 24/7, especially during emotionally charged times, mastery ensues. When you have a high level of self-mastery and you can mitigate emotional reactions, emotional responses during times where you have to perform, this is where professionals are created. Because we all know that amateurs operate from their fucking feelers and pros. They operate from fucking commitment. They don't care. I didn't want to shoot this video, but I owe you. When I put myself aside for the greater good of what we must do, what we must be, and I become that living example, then Wes Watson, the lower entity, is shed, and I elevate into my higher self. You guys, through my program, I will create your 10.0 self, your higher self, by truly constructing and visualizing the appearance of your higher self, the actions your higher self partakes in, the energy you possess within and how others feel you, and the demeanor that you operate from. Once we've created this character and we walk as this character daily, as Napoleon Hill says, positive hypnotic rhythm will ensue. Positive hypnotic rhythm means it's harder to not be that dude. And negative hypnotic rhythm means it's hard to not be that low frequency self. You have to realize that there's going to be days you have to fight through. Those days are bringing you closer to the man you must be. Those days when you self-sabotage, those days are keeping you the motherfucker that you don't want to be. We have to fucking know that the awareness above all is everything. You're not your thoughts and emotions. You're the awareness behind them. You get to choose. And that choice is what fucking ultimately defines who you become in this life. When I walked out those gates, when I left the penitentiary, I had one long video in my mind. How every day I woke up at a certain time, even though I didn't want to. I did certain steps that I didn't want to do, and I went and stood in front of that door 45 minutes early with my cup, with my rolled up toilet paper, and my spoon. I knew that I was habitually constructing an individual that did not fall victim to negotiations. Now that I don't negotiate with actions that have to take place to be where I want to be, I'm unstoppable. I can make you this person. But you have to moment by moment know exactly why we're doing every step. It's to shut down those negotiations that happen within when we're considering doing the work we must do or not. I love you guys. This is another fucking day to habitually construct the man that you must be, that your people need, that the world needs. Let's go!